Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't gonna lie to you. Sitting here talking to a camera is a whole lot harder than they make it look on TV. This is my third try at this story. Sorry about that, but here it goes. Story of my camera. When my friend Bob found out that I was doing this channel, he is a semi-professional photographer. He's got a regular job that he works 9 to 5, but sometimes on the weekends he takes some pictures. So he's got an extremely nice camera. This camera I'm talking into now is about $1,200 and far too nice for what I'm doing. But it's what he had and it's what I could borrow, so it's what I used. I filmed the very first video with this, the one where I was showing the boxes that I had just built. I've also filmed this with this. This is the only other one. But soon after I filmed that first video, I found out that I had a class coming up. And when I teach class, I usually make a couple $100. So I knew I was going to have an extra couple $100 that I could invest in getting a camera so I could keep this channel going. So I looked around and I found the Canon, I think it was the Vixia. I know there was some numbers there, but I don't remember them. And it was a very nice camera. Took some very good video. Had the rotating viewfinder so that I could see what I was filming and all that fun stuff. And it was right in my price range. It was right at $200. So I knew I could squeeze it out, wouldn't be much of a problem. And I went to work the next day and I showed it to my friend Joe. Now, anybody who's seen me and Joe interact will know how heavily edited this next bit is, and forgive me if I stumble my way through it. I am trying to clean it up for the general public. But we are not the most polite of individuals, especially not when we're talking amongst ourselves. But I showed him the Canon that I had picked out, and he looked at it, and he said about the same thing I said. He said it's a pretty good camera. It ought to be able to do what you need it to do. But personally, I've always been a fan of the Sonys. Have you looked at the Sony? And I'm like, no, I really haven't. I just kind of assumed they were out of my price range. I haven't looked, but I'll take a look. So I pull it up on my phone, and I'm looking, and the camcorder that Sony makes right at that $200 price point is a much better camera than the Canon camera was. But it did not have the rotating viewfinder, so I couldn't see myself, and it did not have the microphone jack that I needed. So I told him, I'm like, man, it's a very nice camera. It will certainly take better pictures and better quality video, but it does not have these two features that I need. So he said, alright, well, just for fun, let's see what the step up with the features you need would cost, and, you know, maybe you can squeeze something out that way. So we went ahead and looked, and the step up was the Handycam XD HD 55. That had the rotating screen and all the upgraded picture quality and all of that. Had just a whole bunch of bells and whistles on it. And I'm like, man, that's a fantastic camera. I'd love to have it, but at $400, I mean, that more than doubles my budget. I can just barely get away with $200. I certainly don't have $400 to put into this right now. And he's like, all right. And we go on back to talking about some other things. And we go on back to loading up the vans and getting stuff ready to head out. And a few minutes later, we're getting to head out, and he comes over to me and he goes, "Look, are you sure, absolutely sure, you're going to have $200 to buy yourself a camera this week?" And I said, "Yeah, even if I don't have class, I really need it. And if I have to shift some other things around to get it, I'll go ahead and do that, because I've just got to have it to do what I'm doing." And he said, "All right, fair enough." You know, and he went on, and I got in the van. I didn't think no more of it. And I'm on down the road. About a half hour, 45 minutes later, I get a phone call. And it's Joe. It's no surprise, you know. Man's been my best friend for 7 years. We work at the same place. We speak on occasion. It happens. So I get a phone call from Joe. No real surprise. He's like, you know, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm on the way to wherever I was going. I don't even remember now." And he says, "Well, when you get back, just know that you owe me $185. And I said, "Man, I don't owe you any money. How in the hell? I mean, sorry. How do you figure I owe you $185? I ain't got no money from you." He said, "Man, that's for me to know and you to find out." And he hung up on me. And that lit my fire just a little bit. So I called him back. And I said, well, there ain't no way to clean up what I said. I said a whole bunch of things that I can't say right here and now, so you go ahead and fill in that blank and know that whatever unpleasantness you came up with, I probably said something worse. But how do you figure I owe you this money? You gonna tell me how I owe you this money before I come off with a penny? And he said, "No, I ain't telling you nothing, and I done gone out of town, and I won't be back for 2 days, and when I come back, you better have my money." And he hung up on me again. I ain't called him back this time, because I know him. And he's just messing with me, so I wasn't going to let him get to me. I just put it out of my mind. I didn't think about it no more. So Thursday afternoon comes, and Thursday is payday. That's the day he's due back. It was payday, so he knew I'd have some money. And he comes back, and he's like, "Man, you got my money?" I'm like, "Man, I thought you was just, you know, yanking me. I don't owe you no money. What you talking about?" He says, "Boy, I got your camera in my bag. Do you have my money?" I said, "Man, what in the world are you talking about?" He said, "I went on Amazon and I found the camera we was looking for, the Sony, with the rotating screen and the microphone jack that takes the wonderful pictures. Somebody had ordered it from Amazon, and they sent it back because the box was damaged. And he got it for me, and I paid him for it right there on the spot, and I got a $400 camera for $185. And y'all, this thing is amazing. It's a 9.2 megapixel. It shoots HD video. The audio's so good on this thing, I might not even have to buy a microphone. Y'all tell me, please, if there's anything I can do to make these videos better, y'all please don't hesitate to tell me. But I've got a very nice camera for YouTube and this new hobby that I'm starting. And it's always nice to have very good friends in your back pocket. So Joe, thank you. You really are a horrible, miserable person. And everybody else, have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.